Why is India, despite its rapid progress, often perceived as dirty? This isn't a simple question with a single answer. It's a multifaceted challenge rooted in layers of history, geography, demography, socio-economic factors, and governance. Understanding this requires a deep dive into each of these dimensions, tracing the trajectory from past practices to modern-day initiatives, and exploring the path forward. Let's begin by setting the historical context. While often associated with the present, the roots of sanitation challenges in India, ironically, contrast sharply with its ancient heritage. Archaeological evidence from the Indus Valley civilization, dating back to around 2500 to 1900 BCE, reveals sophisticated urban planning with advanced drainage systems and public baths in cities like Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. This demonstrates an early understanding of hygiene and waste management. However, over millennia, this organized approach seemingly fragmented. Fast forward to post-independence India, formal government interventions in sanitation began relatively late. The first formal sanitation program was launched in 1954 as an extension of the first five-year plan. Progress was slow. By 1982, national sanitation coverage stood at a mere 2%. This led to the launch of the Central Rural Sanitation Program (CRSP) in 1986, followed by the Total Sanitation Campaign (TSC) in 1999 and the Nirmal Bharat Abhiyan in 2012. These programs aimed to accelerate toilet construction and promote hygiene, yet pervasive open defecation and inefficient waste management persisted. For instance, rural household toilet coverage, despite these efforts, only reached 32.7% by 2011, highlighting the scale of the challenge that continued to plague the nation. The issue is deeply intertwined with geographical and demographic realities. India is the world's most populous nation, with a population exceeding 1.4 billion people, and this sheer volume alone generates an immense amount of waste. The rapid pace of urbanization is a critical demographic factor. As millions migrate from rural areas to cities in search of economic opportunities, urban centers become increasingly strained. By 2050, it's projected that 50% of India's population will reside in urban areas, placing enormous pressure on already inadequate sanitation and waste infrastructure. This burgeoning population density, particularly in urban slums and congested areas, exacerbates waste accumulation and makes efficient collection and disposal incredibly challenging. Geographically, India's diverse landscape presents its own set of problems. Take the Ganges River, considered sacred, yet it exemplifies a profound paradox. It provides water to an estimated 400 million people, but tragically, over 75% of untreated sewage is directly discharged into it. This chemical contamination, alongside issues like fluoride and arsenic affecting 1.96 million dwellings, underscores a severe water quality crisis, with less than 50% of the population having access to safely managed drinking water. Furthermore, two-thirds of India's 718 districts are grappling with extreme water depletion, directly impacting the functionality of sanitation systems, especially those reliant on water for flushing. Uneven distribution of precipitation and seasonal variations, such as monsoons, further complicate waste management, leading to waterlogging and the spread of waste and diseases. From an economic perspective, poor sanitation imposes a colossal burden. Inadequate sanitation costs India a staggering amount in economic losses, equivalent to 6.4% of its GDP in 2006, amounting to $53.8 billion or 2.4 trillion rupees. This figure escalated to an estimated $106.7 billion or 5.2% of GDP in 2015. The most significant components of these losses are attributed to premature deaths and other health-related impacts, which alone accounted for $38.5 billion in 2006, representing 71.6% of the total economic impacts. Diarrheal diseases, particularly among children under 5, contribute disproportionately, accounting for over 47% of these health-related economic impacts, or $18 billion. Additionally, productive time lost due to illness or the search for sanitation facilities cost $10.7 billion, while impacts related to drinking water were $4.2 billion. It's crucial to note that the poorest 20% of urban households bear the highest per capita economic impacts, illustrating the regressive nature of poor sanitation. Conversely, investments in sanitation have a significant economic upside. It's estimated that comprehensive interventions could save India $32.6 billion or $29 per capita. The sanitation market for infrastructure creation and operations and maintenance services was projected to be around $152 billion between 2007 and 2020, highlighting the immense potential for green growth and job creation within the waste treatment and management sectors. Moving to polity, governance, and bureaucracy, the challenges are systemic. While legislations like the Municipal Solid Waste Management and Handling Rules 2000 and their updated drafts exist, their implementation often falters. Municipal authorities, legally responsible for waste management, frequently face insufficient budgets, making it difficult to develop and maintain proper collection, segregation, and disposal infrastructure. There's a notable lack of strategic MSW plans in many urban local bodies, coupled with a dearth of effective waste collection and segregation at the source. The absence of a robust government finance regulatory framework further exacerbates these issues. A significant barrier is the lack of accountability within the system, where responsibilities are diffused and enforcement is often weak. Experts highlight the urgent need for a strong and independent authority to regulate waste management to drive innovation and ensure compliance. Institutional coordination across various government departments and levels remains a persistent hurdle, often leading to fragmented efforts and inefficient resource utilization. Societal and cultural factors play an equally critical role. Historically, open defecation has been a deeply ingrained practice, particularly in rural areas. Surveys have shown that even when toilets were available, some households preferred open defecation due to beliefs about cleanliness, privacy, or perceived pleasure. This highlights that simply providing infrastructure isn't enough. Profound behavioral change is paramount. A staggering 50% of constructed sanitation structures were found to be either unused or improperly utilized at one point, underscoring this behavioral gap. For women, the lack of private and safe toilets often exposed them to dignity violations and heightened risks of sexual assault. With 300 million women facing limited or no access to safe bathrooms, this was a significant concern. The societal stigma associated with waste and sanitation work, often linked to historical caste systems, further complicates matters by impacting the dignity and working conditions of sanitation workers. Integrating and formalizing the large informal waste picker sector, or kabadiwalas, is crucial. These individuals are the backbone of India's recycling efforts, and their empowerment and inclusion are vital for improving overall waste management efficiency. India's international image and relations are directly impacted by its cleanliness. The ambitious Swachh Bharat mission, SBM, meaning Clean India Mission, launched on 2 October 2014 by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, marked a pivotal moment. It quickly gained recognition as the world's largest sanitation program, involving millions of participants. The mission's success in significantly reducing open defecation has positively reshaped India's global perception, moving towards a cleaner, more hygienic nation. International organizations like UNICEF and the World Bank have partnered with India, recognizing its efforts and contributing to global sustainable development goals related to water, sanitation, and hygiene, WASH. The SBM's approach, emphasizing behavioral change and massive infrastructure rollout, has even been hailed as a good practice model that India has shared with the world. The problem extends into agriculture and industries. Rapid economic growth has unfortunately led to a corresponding increase in industrial waste and electronic waste, e-waste, posing severe environmental challenges. Untreated industrial effluents routinely contaminate water bodies, destroying ecosystems and disrupting agricultural productivity. However, there's also a growing recognition of waste as a resource. For instance, plastic waste management rules now encourage the use of plastic waste in road construction, energy recovery, waste-to-oil conversion, and co-processing in cement kilns. Similarly, construction and demolition, C&D, waste management rules mandate source segregation to enable better recycling and resource recovery. There's also potential in recovering materials from waste tires, which can be processed into products like reclaim rubber, crumb rubber, and even pyrolysis oil. These initiatives signify a shift towards a more circular economy model. This brings us to the crucial part: solutions, leveraging science and technology, and learning from international models. India is increasingly adopting modern technologies to tackle its waste woes. Waste-to-energy plants, for example, are gaining traction, converting non-recyclable waste into electricity. The future holds immense potential for technologies like artificial intelligence, AI, machine learning, ML, and robotics. AI and ML can optimize waste collection routes, predict waste generation patterns, and improve segregation efficiency at material recovery facilities. Robotics can be deployed for hazardous waste handling and automated sorting. While large-scale implementation is still nascent, there are ongoing government projects and startup initiatives exploring these smart waste management solutions. For instance, RFID tags and GPS tracking are already being piloted to enhance waste collection efficiency. In railways, the introduction of biovacuum toilets in Tejas Express trains and biotoilets in other routes, like the Rameswaram-Madurai line, are technical innovations reducing water wastage and improving sanitation. Looking at international models, we can glean valuable insights. Countries like Singapore have demonstrated how a small nation with limited land can achieve remarkable success in waste management through advanced waste-to-energy facilities, stringent recycling policies, and robust public awareness campaigns. Germany is another exemplar, known for its highly efficient waste segregation at source, advanced recycling infrastructure, and a strong emphasis on producer responsibility, where manufacturers are accountable for the end-of-life of their products. While specific details on other models like Curitiba were not extensively covered in our immediate search, the overarching lesson is the importance of integrated planning, strong regulatory frameworks, technological adoption, and profound behavioral change. Finally, let's examine the government's past, present, and upcoming projects, schemes, and initiatives leading to a positive conclusion. The Swachh Bharat mission, SBM, launched in 2014, was undoubtedly a game-changer. Termed Satyagrah Se Swachhagrah by PM Modi, invoking Gandhi's principles, it transformed sanitation into a mass movement, a Jan Andolan. Its goals were ambitious: eliminate open defecation, improve unsanitary toilets, eradicate manual scavenging, enhance solid waste management, and promote behavioral change. The achievements have been significant. By 2nd October 2019, the target date for ODF status, 99.2% of rural India was reportedly covered, with over 9.5 crore, 95 million, toilets built across the country, leading to 564,658 villages being declared open defecation free, ODF. The National Annual Rural Sanitation Survey, NARS, 2018-19 independently verified that 96.5% of rural households with access to toilets were indeed using them. This massive undertaking has had tangible health impacts, with the World Health Organization, WHO, reporting at least 180,000 diarrheal deaths averted in rural India since SBM's launch, and significant reductions in other waterborne diseases. The mission has now transitioned into Swachh Bharat Mission, Urban 2.0 and Swachh Bharat Mission, Grameen, Phase 2, with renewed focus on sustained ODF status, solid and liquid waste management, and continued behavioral change. Projects like the construction of 13 new solid waste management (SWM) plants in Assam by December 2025, supplementing the 10 already operational, aim to address waste processing gaps and promote scientific practices. The goal is for all 96 urban local bodies (ULBs) in Assam to be fully operational with SWM facilities by early 2027. Furthermore, initiatives like Extended Producer Responsibility (EPR) for plastic packaging are becoming stricter, mandating higher recycling targets and the use of recycled content. The Jal Jeevan Mission also complements these efforts by ensuring piped water supply to households, crucial for the sustained use of toilets. In conclusion, while the perception of dirtiness has historical and multifaceted roots, India is undeniably on a transformative journey towards cleanliness and sustainability. The scale of the challenge, given its population density, diverse geography, and complex socio-cultural fabric, is immense. However, through landmark initiatives like the Swachh Bharat Mission, significant strides have been made in toilet access and reducing open defecation. The focus is now shifting towards comprehensive solid and liquid waste management, leveraging technology, fostering behavioral change, and strengthening governance. The journey is ongoing, demanding continuous effort, innovation, and active participation from every citizen. The progress made in such a short span demonstrates India's resolve and potential to overcome these challenges, ultimately fostering a cleaner, healthier, and more prosperous nation for generations to come. This is not just about aesthetics, it's about dignity, public health, economic productivity, and India's standing on the global stage.